Next we draw axial force calculation. Now sign convention for axial force is on the left hand side of section rightward force and on the right hand side of section leftward force is positive, whereas on the left hand side of section leftward force and on the right hand side of section rightward force is considered as negative. Now again we consider point A as origin and we take section from point A towards other extreme point G. So taking a section towards the right of A and very near to it, the axial force towards the right of A, by considering the left hand side of section, we see that there is no horizontal force, so your axial force is 0. Now moving the section towards the right and taking the section towards the left of B and very near to it, we have axial force towards left of B is equal to, now again considering the left hand side of section, we see that there is no horizontal force acting on the left hand side of this section, so AF towards the left of B is 0. Now moving the section towards the right and taking the section towards right of B and very near to it, we see that on the left hand side of this section there is a horizontal force HB acting at point B. So axial force towards right of B is equal to the rightward force HB on the left hand side of section is taken as positive. So we have plus 180 kilonewton, which is the magnitude of HB. Now moving this section towards right and taking the section towards left of C and very near to it, we have axial force towards left of C. Now again considering the left hand side of section, we see that there is addition of no horizontal force, so axial force towards left of C will be same as that of axial force towards right of B equal to 180 kilonewton. Next, moving the section towards right and taking the section towards right of C and very near to it, we have axial force towards right of C equal to, now considering the left hand side of section, we see that there is an addition of this leftward force of magnitude 300 into cos 53.1 acting at point C. So we have plus 180 minus 300 into cos 53.1 and this is equal to 0. Now moving the section from this point towards point G, we see that there is no horizontal force acting in this part of the beam. So axial force at point D, E, F and G is equal to 0. So we are done with the axial force calculation. Now let's draw the axial force variation diagram. So we represent the zero line of the axial force diagram, which is nothing but the beam. On the y-axis we plot axial force and along the x-axis we have the length of the beam. We plot positive axial force above this horizontal line and negative axial force below the horizontal line. Now axial force towards the right of A is 0. So we plot 0 axial force at point A. Axial force towards left of B is 0. So again we plot 0 axial force at point B. Axial force towards the right of B is plus 180 kilonewton. So at point B we plot plus 180 kilonewton axial force by taking suitable scale and we join these 2 points by a vertical line. Next, axial force towards left of C is plus 180 kilonewton. So at point C we plot plus 180 kilonewton force. So we see that between point B and C the axial force remains constant. So let us connect these 2 points with a horizontal line. Now axial force towards right of C is 0 kilonewton. So let us plot 0 force at point C and let us connect these 2 points by a vertical line. Now the axial force for the remaining part of the beam from C to G is 0. So this will be along the 0 line of this beam. So we see that the axial force is positive between point B and C and is 0 for the rest of the part of the beam. So with this, axial force diagram is complete. Thanks for watching in 5 minutes.